Hey y'all, what up? It's me, Brittania, and I'm back again, Motivational Mondays. So, this is my brother. I've known Giovanni for years. He knew me before.
Like 8-9 years.
8-9 years, yeah. Before I had to look, before I was B. Jones, you hear me?
When she was out here trying to see what she gonna get in, what she fit in.
For real.
Yeah.
Okay, so introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Well, my name is Giovanni Watson, a little boy from Gary, Indiana. Hometown Michael Jackson. And I've been in LA now for going on 14 years.
Fire.
You know, I done done it all.
You done done it all. Dancing, acting.
Danced with the biggest artists in the world, worked with the biggest choreographers in the world. Retired now, did my run now. I'm on TV shows and movies and stuff.
You said you was from Gary, Indiana, so how do people back home view you being a dancer?
Man, when I first came out here, I had started doing little stuff. You know, I was working with Chris Brown, Marion, Beyonce, and back home, Gary, Indiana is very small. It's very small-minded as well. So when somebody comes from Gary, Indiana, and they go out to LA or just anything pursuing their dreams, they think you like a super saiyan. They think you're a god. Like, they literally say, "Yo, bro, you here dancing with Chris Brown? Oh my God, man, you made it, bro!" Like, bro, I'm just dancing for this brother. Like, I ain't rich, but it's just because the way our town is, it's so small, it's full of gun violence, gang violence, poverty. So any little innuendo of small increments of success, they idolize that.
I've been to Gary, Indiana once. Actually, I performed for with Tito Jackson for the Michael Jackson thing that they do every year. And that was super dope. You know, that was my first time in Gary.
And you saw his house. You got a chance to go in his house.
Yeah, I got a chance to go see Michael Jackson's house. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. Tell me what have been your like dopest accomplishments so far, acting wise, since you know you've danced, you've retired. What have been some of your dopest accomplishments since then?
I'm in this movie called Restored Me. It's on Hulu right now. It was a huge theater run. I'm the lead. It's myself. It's Malik Yoba. It's Bill Dukes. It's Gary Owens. And I got that role because it's based off kind of like my life. A Puerto Rican black kid that was falsely incriminated for a crime he didn't commit. And it's with Bo Castle Smart. He plays my best friend. That was great for me. Since then, you know, I got this movie coming out third quarter with me, Woody McClain, and Bashir Gray called Canal Street, and I got the 21 Savage movie that I'm leading with 21 Savage, and you know, I'm on Unsolved, about the unsolved murders of Biggie and Tupac. And I think since my retirement from dancing, I think my heart is with acting. I've been acting since I was in kindergarten, you know, and I think those have been some of my dopest, latest accomplishments that I'm really, really proud of.
Well, congrats to you. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
So, I know you're in all these movies. He's in all these movies coming up. He's doing his thing. So, could you give me one time when you got that call and you were booked? How did you feel?
I think it was with the Unsolved.
Okay.
Anthony Hemingway had reached out to me months prior until I got the audition and said, "I'm gonna have something for you." Anthony Hemingway directed Unsolved. He directed The People vs. OJ. And I met him probably about 3 years ago at one church. And then at the time I was filming Canal Street, and my agent said, "Yo, Anthony's doing this show called Unsolved about Biggie and Tupac." I was like, "Yeah, he already reached out to me," but he was like, "Yo, you might have the job. You just gotta go in there and kill the audition." At the time, I didn't know who the hell Reggie Wright Jr. was. He was the best friend of Suge Knight / head of security for Death Row Records. And I didn't think too much of it. I just went in, did the audition. Then I got the call saying I booked it. And I was like, I sucked at this audition. I didn't do my research at all. But I think one of the reasons why I got it because I looked like him. But he was just much, much bigger. So I had to gain like 60 pounds for a role. But when I got the call, and then I remember feeling just this overwhelming feeling of you on your way. And you spoke into existence.
Yes, speaking to existence.
That's true.
That's all it's about.
Everything, everything I've always done. Before I danced for Chris, I was like, I'm gonna dance for Chris Brown one day. I got it. I said, I'm gonna dance for Beyonce. I got it. It's all about gravitating that energy towards yourself.
Everything that I've ever gotten in my life as well, I've always spoke it before I even knew I was going to get it. I feel it and I speak it, and it always happens.
A lot of stuff that you accomplish is on your vision board. I remember seeing that. That's crazy.
My vision board is so big this year, and every time I wake up, I look at it and I'm like, this vision board is gonna change my life.
And it is.
And every single day I look at it and I meditate on it and I pray over it and I visualize it, and I'm just like, this vision board right here, I'm gonna frame it in my house one day because this vision board is gonna change my life.
And it is.
So how has your process, living in LA for 14 years, that's so long, how has your process been? Any hardships? Like, how has your process been living in LA?
Man, it was horrible. Mm-hmm. I was doing the couch surfing thing. At the time, I was thankful because I was on tour with artists, so I really didn't need a place to stay because I was always out of town or out of the country. But when that slowed down, I had re-injured my ACL, so I couldn't really dance like I wanted to or used to. So I did the normal thing what any good-looking nigga would do. Shack up with a chick. So, I was out here shacking with chicks or girlfriends. But I did that, and then it came to a point in time where I was like, yo, Gio, you're a grown man. You're making money. Get your own spot. And after my last relationship, I haven't been entertaining anybody in that facility to have a place to go. So I had to get a place. But I've lived in my car. I've slept on couches. It's what we call a grind.
Yeah.
And I thank God for that role
because
it keeps me humble. It keeps me open-minded to when somebody says, yo, G, I'm trying to come to LA, man. Can I crash on your couch?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so since you've been in the game for so long, what is something helpful that you would have told yourself 5 years ago, your younger self?
Save your money.
For sure.
Keep your credit in check. And stay out of jail.
For sure.
Absolutely, man. The sad part is I'm still fighting court cases from 5-6 years ago. Like, that stuff does not leave at all.
No joke.
Even after you pay your court fees and you've done your time, it stays with you forever.
Yeah.
Being on probation in 2 different counties is the worst. Like, I have to get permission to leave the state or leave the country. I just can't up and leave. Like, if something happens back home, I have to go through this crazy process to get permission to leave.
Yeah.
And it's the worst. And I would told myself, my younger self, 5-6 years ago, like, Gio, stay out of trouble.
Okay, so who has motivated you and pushed you to keep striving for success?
My daughter. My daughter, my 15-year-old baby girl, Marie Catalina Watson. And I think because she relies on me. That's my heart, that's my everything. I try to set an example for her to market herself to be such a good woman, to know and identify a boy from a man. I would say my grandmother, who raised me since I was 3 days old, she's still alive, thank you Lord for that. And honestly, my mother, she's in heaven. But my mother gave up on her dreams. She was a victim to drugs, and she fell between the cracks. So every day I wake up, I look at my daughter's picture, I look at my grandmother's picture, and I look at my mother's picture.
So what are some of your daily habits that you do to stay motivated and focused?
I meditate a lot. I pray a lot. I do. I wake up. And at first I thank God for allowing me to wake up. And then I have this anointed oil that my homegirl Queen Link gave me. And I anoint myself. I anoint my walls in my house. And I just try to really focus on the goal, the next step. Even though when I book something, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Will Smith always said, I'm not the greatest actor because I'm a good actor, because I will literally die on a treadmill. So when I heard that, I said, man, he's never happy, he's never satisfied, and he's one of the greatest actors in the world.
Okay, y'all, to all my dreamers out there, I just want you to give me a quote that you live by, a motivational quote that you can live by so you can leave them with some jewels.
My personal quote that I always use, and this random girl, she kind of gave it to me maybe 15 years ago, and I still live by it. It says, today holds tomorrow, but I am the future.
And what does that mean?
It's basically saying today is today, tomorrow's not promised, but you have to look forward to the future. Well, that's Giovanni, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and you can find him at Giovanni W on Instagram. Giov as in vagina. ANNIW. Giovanni Watson.
Bye, y'all. See y'all next Monday.
Watch Unsolved every Tuesday, 10/9 Central on USA.
Peace out.